Hey, what's up, Big Rapids? Welcome to the show where we try to be a little bit informative and a little bit entertaining. We're so glad that you're with us. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And before we even get started, we just want to let you know that no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, we want you to know you are loved, you're a valuable part of this community, and we're so glad that you're taking even a moment of your time to hang out with us. We will try not to waste it. And we got all sorts of stuff to talk about this week because, as you know, this is not a boring place to live and hang out, man. There's stuff going all the time. What do we got for them today, Pat?
All the time. Before we get in, thank you for tapping in. Always appreciate the like, the subscribes. Subscribe on YouTube. If you don't know, we are on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
All the spots.
TikTok is the new one that I've heard about. So go like, subscribe, share, repost, do all the things. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Yeah, and I do my best to make sure that we've got reels, and short videos up there because people seem to really enjoy, getting in the smaller doses like that. And I don't blame them.
Yeah. Life's busy.
We got a lot of content coming at us all the time.
For sure.
Hard enough to listen to the stuff I want to listen to, let alone just more local stuff.
A couple dudes.
Yeah. But hey, we will try to, as I promised, keep it infotaining.
Yeah.
Informative, entertaining, and try to keep it light and fun. Okay. And speaking of light and fun, what a weekend in Big Rapids. I heard that the kids were incredible. The middle school production of Newsies Jr.
was awesome. We went Friday night, and I personally have never seen or heard the story of Newsies in general.
It's less well known, than Wizard of Oz,
right?
Or whatever.
Right. It's from that era, correct? That 60s,
so.
70s. No, Dom, do you know when it's from?
Look at us. Do we look like we would know when musicals were
Anyways,
written?
That's fair.
It was a movie back in like the late 80s, early 90s.
I can't even tell you what era that I'm pretty sure Wizard of Oz maybe 30s or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
super
yeah,
old,
yeah,
right?
super old.
But
super old.
I'm guessing at
Right.
all of it. But anyway, you went.
We went. It was wonderful. I think the kids did a great job. You can tell that they put a lot of hard work into that. That they spend, from what I heard, talked to a couple kids, 5 months they've been working on that program. So, kudos to the one thing. Were you able to get there?
Nope.
The one thing that I thought was hilarious.
Thanks for putting me on blast.
Yeah, no
about
problem. You'll get there next year. It's the flyers.
Yeah.
They come and, it's got all the kids on there, who each one and what play, And then it's the sponsorships, and shout out all sponsorships, any kind of local program. But you have a story about Pulitzer and Hearst, and Pioneer is the lead sponsor who's owned by Hearst. I thought there was a little bit of irony there, but
funny.
Shout out to Pioneer for sponsoring them, but I'm sure it had something to do with all the newspapers that they had.
I just heard that the kids were incredible.
Wonderful.
And, we had some of our friends' kids were in it, and they couldn't have been more proud and happy. And, just a testament to the, not just the quality of schools we have here, but the quality of our drama department at the middle school and the high school is
wonderful.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And a lot of these kids get scholarships to really good universities
and
to go and do drama.
Yeah. That's middle school. You know what I mean? Socks are blown off, and these are 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. So shout out to them. All the hard work.
I want to say thank you to everybody who packed the Sawmill on Saturday night. That was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for coming. Pat and Brandy showed up. I didn't see them at first. I think they had to wait until some people cleared out, and then they were able to get where they could actually see us.
Yeah.
And then eventually
we
you
listened
worked
for
your
like
way
45 minutes before you
even
see
see us.
you.
That's so funny. And then finally we're able to get themselves some spots, I think, as some people left. But it was the most people I've ever seen at the Sawmill. Thanks to the staff there for doing a great job. Everybody had a great time. I didn't hear anybody complaining.
Even with that many people.
Yeah, even with that many people. Everyone was in good spirits. The music was incredible. My bandmates are so talented.
I heard 2 different separate occasions. It's like the Avengers of Big Rapids musicians. So
cool. You know what?
Avengers
That's funny.
assemble every time.
Yeah, I've actually said that to them before. That I
really?
remember saying like assemble.
Yeah.
But it does feel that way. So talented. I can't wait to get back together with them, keep learning more songs, and
a lot of good originals that I never heard before.
they're so catchy.
Unique takes on some of the the covers that you guys
I'm not
did.
taking credit for any of the originals. Obviously, Michael Kreppel, I believe, has written everything. There might be some collaborations, and maybe him and his wife have written some together. I don't know because I'm still learning them myself.
Yep.
But I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You know, I've been learning, listening, so I can learn my parts, and I like the versions that have existed, but then the versions that we did on Saturday night were just awesome with the fiddle.
Yeah, the fiddle. The fiddle I heard a couple times was a fan favorite for sure.
So cool.
The stand-up bass,
the piano is just
the
tinkling,
key,
just magical. Yeah,
shredding on an acoustic guitar.
yeah.
You don't see
my
that very
gosh, yeah, Paul
often.
Kwan is a beast.
It was good. It was really well
All
done.
around was just a really great day, great night, and a nice way to end the Festival of the Arts. At least my participation in it. And thank you once again to the board that puts on Festival of the Arts. These things don't just happen. It takes a ton of work and a lot of money. Thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to FSU. I know that they put up a lot of money every year to support the arts in Big Rapids, and I think this was one of the better ones.
Well, I mean, it goes to show. I mean, when you talk about when Ferris is willing to put forth that we celebrate the Festival of the Arts and all, we have drama classes from middle school to high school. We have local bands that are flourishing. So it's good to see that the Festival of Arts can just keep it going, because I think that's one thing that maybe isn't so well known about this area is the arts that we have to offer.
Yeah,
so.
we shouldn't hide it under a bushel basket, right?
No,
you gotta let it shine.
Oh, it was good.
Well, speaking of a light that shone really, really, really bright for a really long time, I don't know if you guys had heard, but I wanted to pay tribute to the passing of Dynamite the Clown. Now, I've been in the area 20 years or something like that. So he was an old man when I first saw him clowning.
Yep.
I wasn't around long enough to see him when I was a little kid or anything like that.
Yep.
But at every event, every parade, every charitable thing, he would always be there clowning. And I brought a photo to share with Dynamite the Clown is on the left by director Scott Cohen. And this group of clowns, most of them are part of a group called the Clown Vets. I don't know if you guys know, but this is a group. I mean, this is a group that has made our area proud. It's made up of some Rotarians. This is how I know anything about it at all, is that they're affiliated with the Rotary. Many of those guys I serve with right now as Rotarians. But anyway, what happened was as a way to deal with post-traumatic stress disorder, they were able to get connected. A couple of our folks were able to get connected with the real life Dr. Clown that Robin Williams played in the movie.
Patch Adams.
Yeah, thanks. Patch Adams.
Yeah.
The real life Dr. Patch Adams trained our clown vets that you see here and
cool.
several others, and took them out clowning to hospitals and to.
These are the same. I know the ones that are in the Rotary here. They're the same ones that you'll see in our parades and
Yes,
stuff,
true.
right?
Yeah, if you've seen people clowning around the area, these are people that have been trained by the Patch Adams and are trying to use this to heal their own, sometimes their own traumas or a family member, and to help others with it as well. So a really, really, I mean, this is a group that should be celebrated more, but people are weird about clowns.
Right. Yeah, so I thought about this.
People don't love clowns.
In the past, why? I mean, we went on this run, right? You had the killer clowns from outer space, and you had that '80s propaganda kind of pushing that clowns were bad
Killer
people, and then they had the real life situation of that one guy who dressed as clowns and stuff. But then
there was a whole spree of them.
But then what? Why? Why ever since then?
I have a theory. I don't know if it's true or not.
Is Heath Ledger's fault from Batman?
No, but
okay.
that's a good example. Is that look at Dynamite's paint in the photo. It's a frown. Usually they will have a frown on their paint, but then they're doing silly, happy stuff, and that is confusing to a kid.
I mean, that's fair. That's more than fair.
You know what I'm saying? And then they come up and squirt you in the face with water or something. And you're like, what? I don't like this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you know those that are in this group.
Yeah.
You've met other ones. I've, and then outside of that, but like even rodeo clowns. I know guys that do rodeo clowning
Those
and
guys
stuff.
are awesome.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're great people.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
like,
I have seen the results or the effect these guys have on kids. They light up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's quite the same when these guys roll through. I see all the face. Everybody is kind of happy that they're there. Everybody kind of lights up. But and it reminds me, one of the guys who's been involved with Clown Vets, he has a separate. He's been able to go into war-torn areas and bring these little finger puppets, and it's a thing called Puppets for Peace. And
I
another,
feel like I've seen them
at
like our parades and stuff, right?
well, maybe he definitely goes out with the group and does it. But what I want to draw attention to is that literally after October 7th, when Hamas invaded Israel, started this terrible war over there, he went back to Israel to try to help, and took all of these little puppets with him to try to bring some smiles to people. He's done that several times to other kind of war torn areas, and
Try to make
just
kids feel better.
Yeah, and to try
bring
to
some
show
happiness and
that
joy.
because he was in the military, he wanted to show that we're here to help, not just to intimidate or frighten.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to be frightening when you're going, with a little
good for
finger
them,
puppet.
though.
So anyway, and I think that Dynamite the Clown had a direct impact, on this other group, and now this Puppets for Peace. It's all connected, and so 93 years young, I believe this gentleman lived to be.
Yeah.
He
Lots of life lived.
never seemed old. Really, you know what I mean? He always seemed youthful and fun, and so life well lived.
93,
and our
30s. Whew.
prayers to the family,
Yes,
and I
100%.
hope that that his children and grandchildren, I hope that everyone remembers him fondly for a real long time. But anyway,
Yes.
yeah. Hey, totally different topic. Let's brighten the mood and talk about property taxes. I don't know if anybody else had a heart attack this last week, but I got my tax assessments, and it showed that my property tax bills were going up a crazy amount.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, well, that's it. We're moving. Time to leave.
Yeah.
And then a couple.
You're not the only one either. I've
Yeah.
heard multiple people talk about this. But go ahead.
And I mean, I don't want to get into amounts, but it was staggering. And
Enough to take your breath away.
Enough to take your breath away, but not so much that you would think, no, they wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because anything's possible these days.
Yes.
And so I was really. So then a couple days later, we got assessments, identical assessments, but with only 10%.
Okay.
Of what was on there before. Do you know what I mean?
All right, yeah,
It was
yeah,
like a
like
10x mistake.
reassessment?
Yeah, they had
That was
added
a mistake.
they added a decimal point.
Heck of a mistake.
Right. And then a couple days later, they sent something else that says, hey, it was like another assessment that is not in your name. It's like a John Doe assessment to further confuse you. And just letting you know you can ignore the first one. And that's it.
Oh,
not
that's
even,
fun.
They didn't even say like, our bad.
Our bad.
They didn't even say like, hey, we made a
My
mistake. It just
apologies.
saes, that's it.
I didn't get what we don't live in the city,
Yeah.
so, and also we just got reassessed recently. So, maybe it was something we didn't even realize, but yeah.
Anyway, so
Ignore.
everybody can take a deep breath. Taxes did go up a little bit, but not, maybe that's the plan. You hit real hard and then it softens it for the smaller
Like,
one.
hey, this is what's going to happen. Just kidding. It's only going to be this much.
Anyway, so property taxes in the city are not going up through the roof. Thankfully, that was just a mistake. We do have a new assessor that had to step in.
Yep.
And so I guess this is the one.
The one time. The one time you'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
today.
Math isn't their strong suit.
Maybe not. I don't know. It's probably got to be a tough job.
It's got to be.
I'm sure the new
Especially
the new people will do
yeah.
better. Hey, does, you know, I don't know if everyone even knows that we've started this, but the DBA, in an attempt to, you know, to be able to put on some of the events and parades and things that people expect and want, you know, but they cost money and they need to be
Wonderful
paid
scenery downtown, all that kind of stuff. Yep.
Yeah, the DBA had a great idea to start like a downtown discount card. I don't know if you remember, they used to do like downtown dollars. You remember that?
Yep.
Nobody knew where to redeem those or how to do
you
it.
get them in like a, you know, you want them in a basket or you want them in a prize, and you're like, what do I do with this?
What do I even do with it?
And
So, and then what would happen is when we go to try to throw Summerfest or we try to throw a parade or fireworks or something like that, then you have to go and ask the downtown business people for money to do it. And they're like, well, we're already we're already paying dues and we're part of this thing that's supposed to help us, not cost us.
never mind the business costs to
Exactly
participate
right.
in
And be
events
open and be throwing a game and all of that. So it just always felt kind of like, to me, it didn't feel that great. So I had pushed for us to try to do like a downtown discount card. That way everybody can participate. It will get more people into the stores. And you guys know how these work because you've probably gotten them from the football team or the hockey team. You know, we always get those. These have got tons of good value on them. I'm not even going to bother to read. If you're listening only, I'll read a few of the discounts just to see, you know, so that you can kind of see what it's got. But if you're watching, hopefully you can see. There's a screen there, and there's a place to sign up. We'll try to get that to you. But anyway, you get you get 10% off at Crankers. You get 10% off at the Blue Cow. You get a buck off at Bell's. You get
$1 off at the milkshake spot.
Yeah, per use, every time. 10% off at Three Girls, that kind of stuff. So Hungry Howie's, you get 50% off a pizza, up to $10, and that's a multiple use. You can do that. You can get 50% off a pizza every time you feel like getting a pizza. That's like every day for me.
Yeah.
So the cards are only $10, and I'm trying to help get the word out about this because, you know, if we can sell a bunch of these, not only will it help our downtown businesses, but it will make it so that we can throw some fun events for everybody. You know, we're trying to do Summerfest. Instead of doing Summerfest at the end of summer as like a kickoff to the new school year, we're going to do it at the beginning of summer, like a celebration of the end of the school year and a kickoff to summer. We found that, you know, we had the Labor Day has gotten to be such a growing event. It's growing. Sure. And so there was no real reason for us to be trying to throw two street fairs, you know, back to back. Really, and that one's kind of more geared towards crafts. Ours, you know, Summerfest is supposed to be more geared towards fun.
Yeah, fun, businesses,
kids,
and exciting.
Summer's not about any particular thing, just about celebrating Big Rabbit, celebrating summer, celebrating the kids. And so that's the inflatables and the food and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, speaking of food, I heard some potential rumors.
I love rumors
of some new businesses, and I don't want to go out too far, but I don't know if you guys like Chipotle or not. I'm not like the biggest.
I like Qdoba.
I know Qdoba's right there, and I don't really I don't go in there that much. Anyway, I don't really think of like huge burritos as being like my go-to too much. Yeah. But you know, there's rumor of a Chipotle coming.
To me, it's options, right?
Yeah,
like just ultimately, you know, you get to the bottom of the barrel after going to so many different places. Like, let's try something new. You know, mix it up. I know they got different seasonings and stuff, but very similar. If you've never been to a Chipotle and you're watching this, it's almost identical to a Qdoba.
Okay, well, in true Big Rapids fashion, we're going to put them right by each other, like we do with everything else. The rumor is that corner across from the university where there's a closed bank, that might be demolished and like a drive-through type restaurant be built there.
Right there. Okay.
So we'll see if that materializes. Maybe they're just kind of kicking tires for right now, but. You know, across the street from there, though, at Ferris, you guys may have noticed that a huge fence went up this week.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like they were going to redo the parking lot of Williams Auditorium or something at first.
Yeah.
You know,
a huge fence. And if you You might not even see it if you're driving by, not really paying attention. It caught my eye the other day, and I wondered how long it had even been there.
I was going to say, you'd have to really not be paying attention. It is a pretty imposing fence, and it goes all the way from Perry to the edge of Williams Auditorium parking lot. And the reason, just so that you know, in case you're curious about that, what's going on is they're getting ready to break ground on the new Jim Crow Museum. Many people don't even know. This has been a long time coming. The Jim Crow Museum has been living in a very small space that people weren't even sure was there. Now it's finally, long overdue getting its own space, and it should be just another cool building. If you're not familiar, the Jim Crow Museum is a museum of racist memorabilia, and it's not fun.
No.
You know what I mean?
It sounds exactly what you think it would be.
Yep, it's exactly what you think it is.
Museum.
It's powerful. It's moving. It's disturbing. It's an adult.
It's important.
It's important. It's a grown-up time. It's not like something to just go running through with the kids or anything like that. When I went through Leadership Macosta. You too?
No, I did.
Well, when we went through it, it was a somber day. It was a heavy day, and but the museum and its curator are fascinating, and I think it's important that we see this stuff, we talk about it, we know about it, so that we don't
repeat it.
So we recognize it when we see it, because it has not gone away.
No.
So that's one thing they're building at Ferris. The other thing some people are excited about is, and you know what, I can't wait to kind of see how it unfolds, but many changes are going to take place for the Ferris football team this year.
Yes.
Champions deserve some upgrades.
Yes, 100%.
So
it's the same stadium that it's been since I went to school there way back in the day.
So they are modifying the stadium grounds a little bit. They are building a dorm, is what they're calling it, like a dorm, a special dorm at the home
end zone
side of the field
where we currently
that's right, and that they're calling like the dog pound or something like that.
So cool.
And I think it's going to be great. It's going to be striking. It'll be really cool to look at. And when the new marching band is playing on the field, because now the Ferris State Bulldogs will have their own marching band to really hype everybody up. That is going to bounce around in there and just sound incredible.
It's going to sound like a stadium of sorts. So that walls being built, it kind of helps create that little pocket. You kind of get a little bit of like the hill on the backside, so you get a little bit of support from there. But it's always kind of felt like no different than a high school.
Yeah, totally. I get what you mean. This should really, really help
elevate it for sure.
And so just in case you were wondering what the construction is going on at Ferris, that's what it is. They're building the new Jim Crow Museum, and then they're going to be building the dog pound as well. And man, between that and the new technology building, and I mean, Ferris is quite a bit different than it looked.
I know they were worried a couple years
years
ago, but it seems like enrollment's back where it needs to be. At least it's swinging in the right direction. They're doing a wonderful job, and yeah, I think anytime they can improve what they're doing, it improves Big Rapids in general.
I guess a rising tide, right? Hey, speaking of construction, they're still working on the depot.
Yes,
the old depot. Yep, on the east side of town. Einstein Cycles is set to open April 1st. I mean, that's less than a month away.
We talked about them, right?
Yeah, I think we did. Einstein
ago.
Cycles is an already established cycle shop that has an appreciative fan base. Apparently, they're going to open another location in the depot, which is perfect. It's right on the trail. It's sort of a trailhead. There's going to be a new bathroom facility that's being built there.
Good.
It's just it could be the start of some good things on the east side.
Love it. Yeah, they have the very expensive bikes and
they're like a serious bike shop.
Serious
for sure.
bike shop. You're not going in there and buying some of the bikes that you can already get.
What's cool is they're the kind of people who love bikes, and so they will help you. You go
very
in
educated,
there, and they will. Yep. It'll be like getting fitted for something custom for you.
Love it.
Yeah, which is great. So anyway, that makes me happy. Something it's it might be small, but it's coming, and it's.
I mean, what else?
Be here
what
soon.
Else is
Plus, it's
out?
a sure sign of spring.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If they're opening,
out.
that means
there we go. I love that.
Spring is coming.
What else would you want out there if they were to add?
I would think some sort of food snack type thing. Yeah. If I was going on the trail, it would make me real tempted to stop if I knew like I could hang out for a few minutes, maybe have some ice cream.
Ice cream, a
or,
burger.
well, that might be ambitious, but yeah, there's
even a
restaurants.
sandwich shop or something.
They're planning to put up signage that'll direct people if they wanted a burger. They're a short pedal away from several restaurants.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean the trail rides right there by Gypsy. You know, if you got spots, you know you can get off.
And
but,
outside of
you know.
even just a cycle shop, if there was a tune-up shop, if they catered even to like snowmobiles in the winter,
small
and stuff
engine,
like that.
yeah. I just there's a lot of room for growth, and I wonder what other people would want out there too.
Yeah.
You know? So
Well, hey, let us know what do you think should go in the depot? You know, a bicycle shop might be a good start, but there's plenty of room. I don't think that's taking up the whole thing. So, what would you like to see on the
there's
east
a lot
town?
of there's a lot of
east side of
space
town in
for
general?
sale over there too. I mean, there's a lot of real estate that's available right now.
Yeah,
right
the
over there.
old video store
Yeah,
and the pawn shop.
Yep.
And
I know some
Paz's-
businesses closed across the road there. I mean, there's a lot of space right there.
Lot of space.
Booming area.
Come on, guys, what are you doing? Where's your ideas? Where's your business ideas? Let's go.
I got another one, but I'm
I know you're sitting on it.
sitting on it. It's a good one too.
That's probably the best idea.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, you guys may have noticed like a bulldozer excavator sitting at the old dentist office, Delaney's.
Oh, right there on
By the water tower?
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe they were having some issues with their drains or something like that, but apparently that has been sold and is going to be demolished to make way for a new bank, a credit union, I believe, a consumer.
Oh, Consumers Credit Union.
Consumers
yeah,
Credit
yeah,
Union.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, they're based off the West Coast, like Ludington and stuff.
I did zero research.
I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure they get some of my money
Okay, cool.
on one of our cars or something.
I like
or maybe they
credit unions.
did and now they don't.
Well, Dr. Delaney got some of my money because I had a kid get braces twice.
Exactly right.
It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'll miss are the shirts. He had the
Right.
best.
And the wooden nickels.
Yeah, he had the best shirts every year. The kids went there for
You knew like you could see it,
little.
right?
They
Like-
went for a field trip, and he would give them their
That's
shirts.
the sketch of
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
some
remember
of them
those.
would be tie dyed and stuff. I
bright
always thought that
colors.
was super
Yeah.
cool.
No, very cool. So a Consumers Credit Union.
Yeah, that's a new place that'll be coming
Okay.
in, and so if you're, if that helps you at all. Also, hey, everybody likes tacos.
Yeah,
we
new
mentioned
tacos coming.
we mentioned the chain that might be coming out by Ferris, but a new homegrown Mexican-inspired taco place by the owners of Blue Cow, right in the space where the Raven used to be. Light Touch, the tattoo shop, has been in there for, I think, 6 months. I think they were trying it out, and I believe it makes more sense for them to go back to their original spot down the block. And there's a photo of it. And so they are going to put a just simple, tasty taco place in there. And I
Cantina vibe.
I cannot be more happy about that.
100%.
I miss the street tacos that the Raven used to have, the fish tacos.
Don
that they used to
talked about
have,
this today.
The chirpy chicken. Remember that? Oh,
Their tacos
man.
were
The brisket, the beef barbacoa.
The peach habanero.
and you could get
yeah.
one, two, two of these, one of these, three
Exactly
of these,
right. And they used to be really affordable too. You know what I mean?
It's like
and then they
$3.50 to
had,
$4
like Dom
each.
said, they had like several hot sauces.
Yeah.
And well, not just hot sauces, barbecue sauces.
Yep.
And that peach habanero was nice. That had
I'm
a real good flavor.
very excited for this place. I will say I've been told by a couple people that it sounds like she wants to
Still wants to sell.
Still wants to sell,
wants
but
to
wants
sell.
to create lucrative businesses. And
Well, yeah, gosh, we don't want empty storefronts
No.
just because they're for sale either. So I think that's really smart. And hopefully somebody will want to buy, both buildings and both
Maintain 'em.
restaurants, maintain them. There's apartments and whatnot. So could be a good investment.
Cantina tacos. I
The
can't wait. Right
summer,
there across the street.
yeah.
Pocket Park.
Yeah, Pocket Park. The Pocket Park music series is about, they're going to announce it pretty soon.
I'm assuming, real quick, she maintains the liquor license that was with that building. So then there's another, social district situation that can happen there too.
Well, yeah. So it is in the social district, obviously. So that helps. It shares a license because it shares a kitchen, and so I believe that's how
Okay,
they're able
okay,
to do it.
gotcha.
As long as it shares ownership.
know.
If it was sold separately, that might be a different story.
Okay.
But hey,
Good
I'm
enough.
not a lawyer, and I don't pretend to be one.
Speaking of lawyer,
Yeah.
I watched Suits LA last night. Have you seen it yet?
Suits LA? Is that a new show?
It's a new one. There's only like a
No,
couple
I
episodes.
watched a bit of Suits, though. I liked it.
It's on Peacock, and we pushed off last week's, and so we turned it on last night. And
Well, we've been watching Matlock for our lawyer fix.
with the old girl. What's
Yeah.
her name? Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, we haven't watched that yet. No, we just threw it on last night on the tail end of getting caught up on some shows, and I was like, this is actually pretty interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got that whole Suits vibe, and
Which I like.
yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Just squirreled on you.
Kind of remind me of White Collar. You know, I like when there's like a young scrappy genius in the mix.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
Some of that
who
doesn't
has,
belong
like,
there,
near
but he's still
superpowers,
smart
but
enough. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Love that.
Love that. Like
That's-
a monk.
yeah.
Or yeah.
It's an underdog story, right? That we're always rooting
Absolutely.
For, so
I did see. I mean, we've talked about Ollie's a couple of weeks already.
Oh,
they
yeah.
not only are we for sure now. It is the 19th of March, so that is
a correct
in a
date.
week and a half, 10 days, something like that. I
Yep.
guess it's a couple of weeks. They are opening, and on their site now they have a flyer for Big Rapids.
See
They
that?
have a grand opening Big Rapids flyer, and I wanted to point something out. Scroll up. Yeah, up in the right. First 500 people to join Ollie's Army. That's their customer loyalty. Are we signed up? We should have signed up before we tell everybody
my
this.
goodness.
No, I have no idea.
imagine if 500 people got in front of us.
I don't know what I would get, but they say you get a free tote, calendar, and an Ollie's T-shirt. So if you are the kind of person who just digs good cheap stuff, good stuff cheap, you may want to be one of the first 500 to sign up. And then we're scrolling. If you're not watching us, Pat is scrolling through their flyer. Oh wow, a massage gun for $15.
I mean, it's a big loss.
Nothing else really
I'm
caught
sorry.
my eye, but
I mean, it's under a different moniker than
you
Big
can
lots, but
you
it's
can
a
get
lot of the same
mattresses
stuff.
for under $200.
It's kind of nice to know at least what they're coming, right?
Yeah,
That's I think
whatever.
the flyer.
Hey, honestly, if you've got money to spend and you need something, I hope that there is another small business you can get it from,
Right,
because
yes.
I know they're struggling
Yes,
right
yeah,
now. Everybody is being a little nervous, a little tight,
Mm-hmm.
and I know our local small businesses are noticing that in the number of people that are coming in each day,
Right.
Because it's gone down. But
Just keep supporting local.
hey,
That's for sure.
you know what? Be a friend, tell a friend. That's
Yeah.
our motto. It's like that's what we can do. It doesn't cost nothing. Don't cost nothing to be kind.
Nothing at all.
In this world of where you can just do this and help a friend just by loving or liking something that they're sharing, maybe click to share it.
It's the
no,
best.
but nobody's going to judge you for instance liking this podcast and sharing it with your friends. Nobody's
A
gonna
lot of
judge
people
you.
won't even know that you
In
like
fact,
it.
They might think you're a hero.
Yes.
They
Shout
might
out
think
you.
you're a hero for being one of the early adopters. Maybe we need to have a sign up thing where the first 500 subscribers to the show are going to get like
PS5.
I was thinking a sticker with the logo.
That might
But
work
like
too.
a car sticker, right? Like we can get those vinyl stickers.
You know what
and-
though? I tell you what though. If you are watching, listening, whatever, and you do just like, subscribe, comment, make some comments, and let me know that you have done that, and I'd be willing to get you one of these downtown
cards,
discount cards. They're $10 a piece. I will buy these and share them with you so that you can then become a frequent guest of our downtown businesses. That's what I'm going to do to put a little love out into the
There
world.
we go. That's good.
Okay.
That's
Anything
good.
else? Did we screw anything up?
Mess anything
this
up,
week?
Dom?
Well, here's my rundown. Newsies, the movie, it came out in 1992.
Oh gosh,
Wow.
that's pretty late.
I
The
missed it.
musical came out in 2011.
Whoa. So it's super modern.
Wizard of Oz came out in 1939.
You said 30.
I almost
Yeah,
said
there we go.
39
Yeah,
even. That's
there.
amazing.
There we go.
So I got one right.
Patch Adams was born in 1945.
Wow.
The clown actually dates back to 5th century Egypt in 2400 BC.
That's pre-gestures, I'm assuming.
If you're wondering. And if you go to Reddit and type in Chipotle versus Qdoba, one of the biggest threads is whose chips are better.
Okay.
There you go.
So nobody has liked clowns for near 5,000 years of people not liking clowns. But you know what? I got love for our clown vets. I got love for Puppets for Peace.
Yeah.
I got love for Patch Adams. I got much love for Dynamite the Clown. And I
Bozo,
guess,
don't forget about Bozo.
and yeah, Bozo, all the clowns out there. I guess that's it for this week, though. You got anything else?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Well, until we are able to do this again, just remember, kids, kindness is contagious. It doesn't take much. All you got to do is, you notice someone that's maybe not fitting in or not feeling good, see what you can do to make them feel like they're part of the group. That's how you build community, and that's what we're trying to do here. Okay? Till next time, I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
This is What's Up, Big Rapids. See you next time.
See you next time.
Hit it!